when it comes to FOMO, I, like many others, suffer from the condition known as FOMO. If you don't know what FOMO is, it's the fear of missing out. When you're playing Fortnite, when your friends are partying and you're at home, you have the fear of missing out. Yes. And recently, some Starbucks has gone to some controversy. Then again, when aren't they in controversy? But this time is because they release limited edition cups, especially this one, Starbucks Bear. And let's just say many people are not happy. Not happy at all because of the very limited quantity of this Bear cup. Starbucks made this a limited item, a very limited item, and only few were sent to each store. One of the issues comes from the small quantity. Another issue comes from the employees buying up all the stock before they open. You may be thinking, Chris, isn't this weird that that the employees are able to buy cups before they open? I would tell you yes if I didn't know people that actually worked at Starbucks. This is an actual perk that Starbucks employees have. If you really don't want to miss out on the cups, just get a there. Now, I'm not quite sure, and I'm too lazy to ask any of my friends that work there if it's limited to one per person. Even then, if it's limited to one per person, I don't think there's an issue. But the issue comes from the people that were not able to buy the cups at retail price. So they look on the black market known as eBay, for example, and the prices are inflated to drastic levels. Look at the price. This is not okay. It's not. The but it's always been an issue. Look at Pokemon. Look at Pokemon Scalpers. They'll buy up all the stock at Walmart's and then sell them.
Nigga, you're a
One
grown-ass man.
person.
This has always been an issue, but the higher ups will never care. Higher ups won't care. Nothing will change until they do something about it. But even then, they don't care because they make their money. They make their money, so there's no reason for them to want to really put an effort to stop these scalpers from doing this to their product, to their name. Nintendo barely does anything to it. Starbucks doesn't do anything about it. Their cups sell out immediately. They know how much their cups will make people want to go out and buy them. They know already. They fucking know. But they purposely make it limited to cause FOMO, so people will go out and buy their cups. People will go out and buy their Pokemon cards because of FOMO. And once it runs out, once the FOMO runs out, guess what? If they didn't make it a limited product, they're going to be stuck on the shelves for months, years maybe, to the point where they're dumped in the trash or donated, which is less money for them. Which is why they keep making things FOMO, the fear of missing out. They make things low quantity, limited edition, and very hard to come by. So you go out and spend your money so they make their profit. That's how these places are able to run. And none of this will change. No matter how much we bitch about it on the internet, no matter how much we complain to these people, it will never change. It will never change. Because you know why? You're a grown man, by the way. You're a grown man. Why are you crying over Pokemon cards, bro? Why are you crying over Pokemon cards? You're a grown ass woman. You're a grown ass woman. Why are you fighting? Why are you crying over a Starbucks cup? Shut up. Shut up. Just get a regular ass cup. Who cares? Who cares? That's like no matter what you do, no one's gonna be on your side in general. I'll be honest. No one's gonna be on your side on both sides. You're either bitching and crying because you couldn't get the fucking product you wanted, or you're bitching and crying because these people are scalping. No matter what side you're on, you're always the bad guy when it comes to these situations. Sure, some are less bad than others. Like, like this guy right here. This guy's way worse than any of us that wanted to get Pokemon cards. Way worse than us. But we're gonna be seen as grown ass adults trying to buy bullshit consumerism bullshit that doesn't really amount to much after a while. Collecting dust like my countless knickknacks behind the camera. Collecting dust. Collecting dust. Because when are we gonna use a fucking bear cup? When the fuck are we gonna use that shit? Sure, some people may use it daily, and I give you a hand to those people, hand it to you, all of you, because like not many are gonna want to use a bear cup daily because of the annoying cleaning process. I have multiple sippers from places like Disneyland, Universal, etc. that I don't use because it's a bitch to fucking clean. You see this right here? It's a fucking donut. I don't use this shit. You know why? Because it's annoying to fucking clean. It's annoying to fucking clean. This is, oh god. I'm mostly ranting. Yes, I'm mostly ranting. But it's true. It's damn true. Nothing's ever gonna change because they're still gonna make their money. They're still gonna make their money. The only thing they might even change is make it one per guest, or make it where you know make it where the employees can't buy them anymore. And I guarantee you, the moment that happens, a lot of people are gonna quit. They're gonna quit because some people only got the job for that. Some people only got the job for that. I know because I know those people. Like they want first dibs on cups. It is what it is, you know. Scalpers are always going to be an issue, no matter what niche you're into. Let's say GPUs, consoles, games, trading cards, and Starbucks cups. Scalpers are always going to be an issue that will never change because the people higher up don't give a fuck because they still make their money. They still make their money. That's the issue I have as well. I have this issue, but it's an issue that will never be fixed because the higher ups don't give a fuck. All they see is profit no matter what. So they make it limited or they just don't make enough fast enough, which pisses off their consumers. So all the people complaining about the Starbucks cup issue, you're don't get me wrong, some of you are valid, but nothing will change. Sadly, nothing will change, and I would love for it to change, but it it won't. No matter what, they'll find a loophole. These people will find a loophole and will charge you $300 for some bullshit product. That's basically gonna be all for today. Let me know what you guys think about in the comments. See you guys next time. Bye, peace.
2 to the 1, from the 1 to the 3. I like good pussy and I like good trees. Smoke so much weed you wouldn't believe, and I get more ass than a toilet seat. 3 to the 1, from the 1 to the 3. I met a bad bitch last night in the D. Let me tell you how.